So as you may know, tonight was a night where boxing, or I should say YouTube, turned to boxing, as all our YouTubers got to fight each other to show and earn respect for each other. And for some people, i.e. Paul Logan, earned some respect back after a controversial video back in January. Logan Paul had a stiff opponent though in KSI, who has previously had a YouTube fight, and one of the only guys to do it, and the first original guy to do a YouTube fight, calling out Paul Logan, basically trying to give him a second chance and then take away his whole career by destroying him in a fight. So he hoped. Both guys matching up really well, not showing no love at all between them. Both trash talking, building the hype, having digs, having bros at each other, all on Twitter, on social media. Everyone to see. They've been in each other's faces. Of course, they've been in each other's faces as well on the fight night as well, as the referees delivering the talks. And during the rest of the fight, both of them trash talking each other while fighting as well. And as you can see here, getting in each other's face as well. KSI getting himself up into Paul Logan's face and taunting each other before the start. So all the hype was there, the hype was built up, and everyone was up for this fight. It's had a couple of weird fights in the undercard. We've seen, a fight technically with one guy doing all your Fortnite dances, doing the thrusts and the shoe during the fight as well, evading from being himself hit. But everything really led up to this one fight, Logan Paul versus KSI, and the hype was on. KSI seems to be like the proper boxer. You can see here in the picture here that, he constantly had his hands up, he was constantly covering his face, ready, on guard, ready for any sort of attack, but not really defending as such. Logan Paul seemed to have fought a bit with his arms down low, a bit of David Hayes type style, throwing a couple of wilder punches. But the first round seemed to be a bit cagey, had a bit of moments here and there where each other managed to land a few hard big blows on each other. There was loads of to and throws, a lot of guys just more or less relying on instinct and the dodging rather than a bit of defence, getting the arms up, trying to block the punches and stuff. During the first round as well, KSI also managed to land a couple of huge heavy blows to Logan Paul. Logan Paul having a slight more arms reach, managed to hold KSI a bit at bay, but KSI was able to come in, really get his head down low and push in towards these punches, aiming at Logan. Fight seemed to get loose as KSI seems to use a bit of distance, but really managed to reach into Logan Paul's face. Logan Paul having good counter punches, constantly coming back at KSI, not really letting him get away. Both guys still dodging away, trying to dodge each other. The low blows coming in, high blows coming in, constant face blows. Both guys quite open on their face in the end. KSI ended up rolling his hands during the fight, but Logan Paul doing enough to win the first round and as well the second round. At the end of the second round, Logan Paul winning the first round and the second round, managed to get the most hits in, really starting to annoy KSI. KSI not able to really do much. He's landed a couple of big blows, but not really able to start putting together any combinations, bit of rack on the hooks and uppercuts, but managed to jab a bit. Logan Paul again manages to jab his way through and then start throwing some wild punches here and there. Not before one of the most big controversial moments where, just at the end of the second round, KSI throws a punch just after the bell, connects Logan Paul's face as they about to go into the corner, before they go back into the corner. And Logan Paul's brother Jake Paul decides he's going to storm the ring directly after his fight, which was the previous one against Deji, which resulted in a Jake Paul win in round 5 by a towel coming in because they ended up starting to get too much for Deji. First 2 round wins for Logan Paul didn't seem to be too much, as KSI still seemed confident, he still seemed cocky, still sort of trash talking Logan Paul, still in his face, still banging hard. But Logan Paul can bang. He's a big guy, he's got big muscles, he was able to carry himself through throw himself about and really just put an impact into his own fight, and with devastating punches on KSI. But KSI kept his head up, he kept laughing, he kept smiling. Of course, he's been through this before, and took it. The fight started getting quite close, they're getting quite close quarters, literally sort of head near head, close bodies. They're starting to clench a lot more, and a lot more dirty play started to come in as Logan Paul started to push KSI towards the ropes and push him about a bit. KSI in a couple of clenches as well managed to hold Logan Paul and just throw him around. So it went from a bit of boxing to more or less wrestling in the close exchanges of each other. A lot of dirty boxing, if you may, coming into it, and really starting to take their toll. Logan Paul seemed to punch himself out, and after sort of round 3, Logan Paul seemed to be tired. He started to be dragging. He got to the corner and he was holding the ropes. He was clinging on after a couple of rounds, and he really started to deteriorate. All the oxygen he had to pump through his body as well, to his big muscles, his huge frame, taking its toll. A lot of fitness as well. KSI building now, starting to win a lot of the rounds back. So he started winning round 3, 4, 5, going into round 6. Sixth round, the 6th-round fight, last round, both guys tied, both really sort of looking decent and even on points, but Logan Paul clearly winning the first 2 rounds, and KSI winning the next 3. This is still sort of anyone's game, and both went for it. Heavy trading blows, which of course had KSI told off quite a bit for underhand tactics, dirty tactics, also with Logan Paul as well. But a very entertaining, very physical fight, both up in each other's face, both throwing heavy punches, but wild, both throwing very wild punches, very uncontrollable. There was a load of misses as well, so it was very 50-50 in the way this was going to go. At the end of it, KSI had massive swollen eyes. He managed to damage Logan Paul's nose. There was blood flowing out of Logan Paul's nose as well during the fight up periods, and he had to have it cleaned up a couple of times. But a very tough physical fight. So the results, the first judge pretty much had it 50 something points to high 50s again, but had it in favour of KSI. Other 2 judges having nothing between them at all and having it bang on, dead on even, and a majority decision was given. So it was a majority draw, so no winner. Both guys tied. KSI retains the YouTube belt for being the current champion going into the fight. So KSI stays as champion despite a majority draw. A rematch will be taking place. Both guys want to rematch. They want to try and find a winner. Logan Paul still wants to try and start building his name and start coming back from his controversy, which I slammed him for quite heavily. And KSI definitely up for another fight as well. It's going to be interesting. Don't know when this other fight can be, when it'll be, but it's bound to happen sometime next year. Because again, obviously both guys still got their YouTube staffs. They're very busy guys. There's roads in the way. Logan Paul's had a lot of court cases, hearings after the dramas. And both guys got a heel as well. So come next year, this fight will be on round 2. God knows when, God knows where. But this would be one hell of a night if the night was anything to go by. What was also great to see was that Logan Paul was very appreciative, very accepting, and very loving towards KSI afterwards, as KSI has pretty much salvaged Logan Paul and brought him back from the depths of despair, and basically brought back his whole career after all the misfortunes which the crowd booed him for. But he's after his growth, and KSI was kind and generous, and he's actually given him a second chance in life, in his career, to try and help pursue greatness again, and to hopefully turn things around, because who doesn't deserve a second chance, you know? I'm still not a big fan of Logan Paul. I think he's a total idiot. I can't stand him, but huge respect for both guys to go out in this fight. It was totally huge, it was epic, it's fantastic, and I think the last 2 fights alone was well worth the money paid to view it. And definitely bring on round 2. I want to see more of these events. It was sold out, arena, thousands, millions of people tuning in online to watch. It was truly epic, and I can't wait to see more of this. This will be a totally great event, and I'm up for it again. Let's bring this on, and let's get ready to rumble. And on that bombshell, guys and girls, that's all she wrote for this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.